Welcome.
everyone. Bookkeepers on Fire is back with a new episode. So I'm Donna Reed with Debbie Kilsheimer, and we're here to uplift bookkeepers who lead with heart, power, and purpose. We celebrate your expertise. We challenge the status quo, and we equip you to serve boldly. So let's ignite together. So our guest today is Randy Crabtree, who is a powerhouse in our community. A partner with Tri-Merit, hosts the Unique CPA podcast, creator of Bridging the Gap conference, and mental health advocate after a stroke that reshaped his career. We're honored to have him as a guest today, and we can't wait for you to meet him. So let's get into it.
Well, I'm thrilled you're here. I mean, I remember meeting you for the first time. I don't know if you remember where it was.
Well, I think it was in an elevator?
Yeah.
And was it at Scaling or Connect?
No,
One of those two.
You were going
Connect.
to the party
Yeah.
at the Cosmopolitan at Connect. Of course, I've heard about you. You know, Randy Crabtree. Oh, Randy Crabtree. You know Randy Crabtree? No, I don't know who Randy Crabtree is. So I'm in the elevator, and I talk to everybody, especially in elevators.
Yeah.
So I turned around and I said to you, "Oh, my name's Debbie Kilsheimer." You go, "Oh, I'm Randy Crabtree." I about peed my pants. Oh my God, you're Randy Crabtree. I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I finally met you."
All right.
You're not.
You need to get out more, I guess, if that was
it. Oh, you do Bridging the Gap. That's like, oh, I was thrilled. And of course, then the elevator doors open up and you disappeared into the crowd, swarmed by the crowd. But I think I called, I said, "Donna, guess who I just met?"
Yeah. Well, I met Donna, I think, originally at Connect too. Was that the first time we met, or did we meet before Connect?
We met I think that was the first time we might have been passing before at other ones. It's the first time we actually talked to each other. Was at Connect last year, yeah.
Yeah, a year ago.
We're basically the only two in the ADP suite left.
Yep. We can't talk about ADP suite because I think a friend of mine got in trouble with that suite. So we'll see.
We'll let it go.
Yeah.
We'll drop it there.
We could talk about anything, but no. So it was both. It was great to meet both of you. Probably the same Connect. It sounds like.
Probably,
so, yeah. But I knew of both of you well before that too. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
See, we're a big deal.
You are.
We're always amazed when people know who we are. I mean,
yeah.
Really? You know who I am? Oh.
Yeah. Well, you're both superstars. I know that.
Yeah, we like to tell ourselves that.
All right.
Yeah.
Randy and I just went to 3 conferences back to back. We're Women Who Count, Into a Connect, and Reframe. So we spent the last 3 weeks together.
Yes, we did.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you again? Oh, hi, Randy.
Yeah, you again. What are you doing? You follow me? I was following you.
Yeah, it was fun. We had dinner together at Women Who Count, and it was a lot of fun. He heard my keynote speech. What did you think?
I did hear it. I thought it was great. I was so happy for you because I felt that you were a little tense going up there, a little nervous but man, you just crushed it. You could not tell when you were on stage, and you delivered. It was, and I assume you enjoyed it because it looked like you did. Yep.
When I'm on stage, I'm in my happy place. So just remember that when you're booking your next speakers for Bridging.
I actually say the same thing you just said. When I'm on stage, it's like, that's my happy place. That's where and it's not, that sounds a little bit weird sometimes because everybody's eyes on you. No, I actually feel like this connection with the audience when I'm on stage, and like we're helping each other. We're learning from each other. And that's what it is. It's like, or if I see 0 eyes closed, I know things are going okay. If I see 0 phones out, I know things are going okay. But I really do feel that connection with the people there. And I want it to be an interactive experience.
Right. I just love it. I mean, I love being on stage, and I watch the same thing. If people start pulling out their phones, I'm like, okay, I'm really boring.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that never happens.
Yeah. I like the interaction. If you can see people moving around and they're like looking and they're agreeing and stuff, when they go, yes, or something like that. Oh, that's like so awesome.
It's fun to, give your ideas to people and get feedback. I mean, it's just really fun. But anyway, when you book for Bridging the Gap, don't forget about me and Donna.
Yeah, we will. You'll have to come up with one. Somebody told me when we were at Women Who Count, they said, you got to get Deb at Bridging the Gap to talk about pricing. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So
yeah, but then Bridging the Gap, tell them how you started Bridging the
Okay.
Gap, because the concept of the conference is unique.
yeah, it's so there's a long backstory. I don't know. You said we have a half hour. I'll try to, you tell me if you want to expand anything. But Bridging the Gap came out of my passion for mental health awareness. It came out of my passion for, doing anything we can to, help people avoid burnout, because it's way too prevalent in our profession, a lot of professions, but I honestly think it's more prevalent in accounting. And this came to me after I struggled mentally for about 4 or 5 years after I had a stroke, which is almost coming up on 12 years. After that stroke, I recovered physically fast, but mentally, every single thing was just, I'm going to die. I'm going to, I'm at CPA. I know numbers and stuff, and stats tell you that, somebody who has a stroke, 80% die in the first 5 years. But when you dig deeper into those stats, it's really not as much as you think. It's more, somebody that's 85 years old and had a stroke and they're dying in 5 years. There's things like that. But your brain doesn't concentrate on that. Your brain concentrates on the bad news. And that's what I saw when I came out of this, when I realized that I was allowing my brain to play tricks on me, and I am going to die someday, but it wasn't going to be every day. It wasn't going to be tomorrow. It wasn't going to stub my toe and have another stroke, which is stuff I would start to think. I'm dizzy. I'm going to have a stroke, that kind of stuff. So when that changed, when that mindset that I had changed, I realized that we do this as a profession. We put these things in front of us and we dwell on them and we make them into a bigger deal than they really are. And we cause this burnout. It's not something that, our clients cause for us. It's us putting this in our place. And so Bridging the Gap came out of that passion for figuring out ways that we don't fall into this trap of, I got to work 80 hours, this trap that I have to answer every call when it comes in, this trap of I have to answer every email as soon as I hear that ding on my computer or whatever. So that was the original Bridging the Gap that we wanted to do. And there's been others since then.
I love that, because I'm real big into that myself. I want to enjoy my life. And I always tell people all the time, this is only money. No one dies.
Right. Exactly.
And accounting has that principle. It's materiality, which I call, that's the good enough.
Which is every day for me. Well, that's good enough. Okay.
That's good enough.
Good. Perfect books are expensive, and you're right. I think as accountants and bookkeepers, we put so much pressure that it has to be perfect. Because if it's not perfect, the IRS is going to come and arrest you, put you in jail, and you're going to be like Al Capone and Alcatraz. I mean, they blow stuff out of proportion. And yeah. So I think it's a great concept, and we all need to take better care of ourselves. So what do you do to take care of yourself? What do you do?
So to take care of myself, there's a lot. I work out a lot. My wife and I moved into a new house a year ago, and I always had a gym in my house, but it was kind of scattered into places. In this new house, I have a really nice gym that has got all in one spot, and I've got the elliptical and the exercise bike and the bench with dumbbells, and then one of the machines with the wires, and I've got all kinds of balance equipment, and that it's nice. So I'll do that as often as I can. I travel a lot, so I do work out in hotel gyms quite a bit.
Good for you.
I probably have worked out in more hotel gyms than I'm at least in the top 1%, I would say, of people that have. I could write a book on rating hotel gyms, I think.
What did you think of the one at the Lowe's in the Coral Gables? That hotel was just gorgeous.
Yes, and I did go to that gym twice. So I was very happy with that. It was actually a very good gym. For hotels in general, that was a good gym. I enjoyed that gym. A lot of equipment, multiple ellipticals, multiple bikes. They had Pelotons there.
Oh.
a lot of dumbbells, a lot of different machines. So they had
not only are the
kettlebells.
dumbbells in the gym, a lot of times they're in the hotel itself.
Not the same
Exactly.
kind that will help you empower your
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a nice one. And then just a couple other things, because health is important, and physical health. And hey, I could lose some weight for sure, but physical health really helps your mental health as well. And so friend of mine, Roman Villard, I always say it wrong. He's a friend of mine, and I always say his name wrong. That's not good. But he just put a post out on health, I think today, and all that, talking about importance. And he's been documenting his journey with his health, because he's doing a lot of like hiking and running and mountain climbing. So, but that's things I do too. My wife and I, if we take a vacation, there's usually hiking involved. We on my calendar, I have time scheduled at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Although right now I'm delaying it because it is 2 p.m. here where I live. We go for walks. We just go for a 15, 20-minute walk twice a day. And then we do it again after work. So just constantly keep moving, get away from your desk, things like that I do.
I think that's so important. I tell people, because I'm going to be 70. And, I run around the place. You see me.
It's only a number. Yep.
And they go, how do you do it? And I go, well, there's a pill I take. It helps my joints. It helps me feel good. I mean, it keeps me younger. It just takes an hour to swallow.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Nice, because I go to Pilates 6 times a week.
Nice. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. Doing those types of things.
Yeah, and I started.
I recently started it. Yeah, I recently started just gym. Yeah. In August I started. So what is it? It's November. We're recording this. I'm just now starting to feel the difference, and like it's like amazing. Like my just my mental. I didn't think it would be so mentally like helpful, but it is. My body and I can move better, which makes my mental health better, because I'm not thinking about like, okay, am I going to get up? Is that going to hurt?
Right.
Things don't hurt anymore.
Back on the YouTube, Dot and I, took a comedy class.
Oh yeah.
And her whole routine is her going to the gym. It's hilarious.
All right, I got to see that.
You gotta watch.
So,
it's on YouTube.
It's on,
right.
It's on our channel. We posted them on our channel. So
All right.
We took a comedy
Dev's
class.
is good too. Yeah, but mine's about.
And she put it on her gym. It was great. So Don, I said to Don,
I have to do it.
We're taking this
second edition.
Yeah. And she goes, no, I'm not going to take. Oh, yeah, you are. So we both took it. And she did hers on the gym. And it was great. I mean, we wanted to give people inspiration to try something new and try something different.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. And before I forget, congratulations on it. 3 months. That's a lot of people are quitting before 3 months. So that's awesome. Congrats on that.
Yeah, I put money down. That's how it goes. I have a trainer and I have to show up.
Yeah. Accountability is important, honestly.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've worked out pretty much my whole life, whether it's, playing basketball or, going to the gym or whatnot. But really, when I got into weights and everything, it took a trainer to hold me accountable to really get me going. And that's probably, that's, I don't even know, 15 years ago now, 16 years ago, I started working with a trainer. And that makes a huge difference. I don't anymore because I work out at my home gym. But still, in fact, as a side note, ended up hiring 2 of the trainers at the gym I was working out at 16 years ago. And one ended up being our head of inside sales, and the other is now a partner at the firm and our CFO. So
now that's your firm you're talking about. So let's talk about that a little bit. You have an accounting firm too. Let's get that out so people know that you also do that. What is that?
I'm not just the burnout guy, the mental health guy. I do. 19 years ago, I started. Actually, I started my first accounting firm back in 1988. And it was a generalist firm, doing everything, accounting, bookkeeping, taxes, all that. I sold that in 06. In 07, I started Trimerit. And Trimerit is a specialty.
Trimerit.
With a dash. You got it.
Okay.
And we're a specialty tax firm. We deal with credits and incentives. Started solely as research and development tax credits. We do a lot of energy incentives. We do a lot of depreciation. incentives out there, cost segregation studies. There's some pretty new cool bonus depreciation on commercial production property. So things like that. So everything we do, which is the fun part, everything we do puts money back into taxpayers' businesses because it's all credits and incentives. So it's a lot of fun.
So if I'm doing a tax return,
yeah,
and I don't know anything about these credits, I can call your firm and you will do the tax return, or you'll do that part of the tax. How does that work?
We just do this really small part of the tax return. We get the information back to the tax preparer, and then they integrate that into the entire return. And we walk them through the process too of how it's supposed to look on the return, especially if it's first time. But yeah, we're a resource. Whether we're working with somebody or not, to answer questions on all these incentives.
Great idea, because I know with Hal, who does the tax, if it gets to be too complicated, he goes, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
so, now I'm going to make him do more complicated.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
That's a really great service. I didn't even know you had an accounting firm. So
don't tell my partners you said that, because they they sometimes think, Randy, everybody knows you. Make sure they know Tri-Merit too. I'm like, I know, I've got to be better at that. I just have such a passion for this profession. I just get onto this. I just keep going down this road of, hey, let's avoid burnout. Hey, let's integrate technology. Let's get rid of the billable hour. So yes, also work with Tri-Merit because we're really good people.
Oh yeah, there's your Tri-Merit who pays the bills.
Exactly. That's the reason I can do all these other things. So I'm very fortunate.
Great. Now we were talking earlier about other gaps. So the gap that you wanted to bridge initially was between the mental health and the profession, to help that. So what other gaps do you want to bridge, or are you thinking about doing? What about that?
Yeah. So one of the other original ideas was, I'm very fortunate that I hang out in two communities, and it's the large firm community and it's the smaller firm community, and I don't like the fact that they're really often not together. They're almost mutually exclusive, and I see really cool things happen in both those communities, and really cool people, like the two of you, obviously, and people that are doing really interesting things at both levels. And there's not like a distinct line in between. There's but what I wanted to do, and part of bridging the gap, is to integrate both those communities together, because they can learn so much from each other, and they can support each other, and they can collaborate together. Technically, we're probably, we'd be considered a top, 300 or 400 firm. I don't know. So we would be considered a large firm if we went on those lists. We don't go on the list, but if we did, but I think I integrate very well with the smaller firm owner community as well. And I think a lot of these larger firm owners and smaller firm owners would really be surprised at things they have in common, but then solutions that one have that the other hasn't thought of, and that they can each share with each other. So I really think it's another way that this profession could be the go-to profession, the best it could be, the place where people want to hang out, if we all just start to get in the same room together. And, I'm going to be doing a road show, but my sub theme of this road show is community, connection, and collaboration. And all of that revolves around bridging gaps.
And so what do you see the big firms do? What do the big firms think of the little firms?
The thought process is, I don't know if I know the way they think about it as much. They don't interact with the small firms. I think they look at small firms as like, working on smaller clients, as they are, but doing, not as much on the high end advisory, which that's completely backwards. I think some smaller firms are doing really high end, either cast or tax advisory that has been through the roof. And I think the smaller firms have figured out ways to integrate, the outcome pricing, I think is what you said, better than the larger firms. And so the larger firms have a lot of really good, just historical data and processes and procedures and KPIs and all this that they follow and they put in place. They're good. They've got, usually more money sitting around because they just historically been around forever to integrate more technology. I don't think they're as nimble at evaluating technology as the smaller firms. So there's things that both have really good at. And I think they would each be surprised at the other things the other community is good at that they didn't think they were, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does.
No, it does. I know both. I live kind of in both worlds too, and I know a lot of CEOs of the big companies. They come to me a lot and ask me about stuff.
Yep.
And it's amazing. Like, oh, we never thought of that. I'm like, well, just do these few things, and they go in and implement in large firms. And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of neat. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, we can. I'm an example of we can live in both worlds. Yeah. And we can help each other. And I just think it's a really great idea what you're doing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Any other gaps? I know there, to me, a big one is between the tax preparer and the bookkeeper accountant, that does the books. And I know Nancy McClellan has that great community, Ask a CPA, that's helping to bridge that gap. And I think it's a critical one because I know we get a lot of times, if Hal's not doing the tax return, the tax preparer comes back and says, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you want to see me get mad? I mean, I'm and I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, really. And, but a lot of times accountant bookkeepers are intimidated by tax preparers.
I think I've seen that as well, and I understand that. Nancy, told me about what she was doing right when she started this idea, and I thought this is a great idea, and it's really been a great community. I love what she's doing there, and just as a story for that, I engaged Nancy or her company to do bookkeeping for a bar I'm a partner in Chicago. And someone else was doing it, and it was just like a side thing, and it just wasn't in good shape. And so this bookkeeper came in, and they just really did an awesome job getting everything up to date. That's one tax return I still file. I don't do taxes. I file that. I shouldn't file it. My partner's cheap, so he doesn't want to pay anybody else to do it at the bar. But she seemed to be concerned that I was going to have all these questions. When she gave it to me, I had to do nothing. It was ready for tax return. It was good to go. And I ended up telling her how happy I was, how much it helped me with the tax return, because I'm always having to figure out what's here, what happened here. This year, it was basically, plug in the numbers and I was good to go. So
I know that's the goal. I mean, if you're a great bookkeeper and you understand tax, because I think tax books are different than books, management books. And you can present the tax return, the books to the tax preparer, makes their job easier. So now they can spend their time tax planning with the customer.
Yes.
So they're not figuring out, well, where was this? Where was that? So, I think what the concept she came up with and what she does in her group is fabulous. And we need more of that. So I think, and our job, what we like to do at Bookkeepers on Fire, is to promote the profession, that you are smarter than you think.
Yeah.
And don't be intimidated by these big shot people with letters behind their names.
Exactly. And it goes back to mindset too. Yeah. Just believe in yourself.
Exactly.
Because it's so easy not to. It's so easy to think, and everywhere, every profession, but imposter syndrome seems way too prevalent in accounting too. And so we just need to make sure we know we are good and project that we're good. And it's okay, though. It's okay to say you don't know everything too.
Exactly.
It's okay. I need help.
That's where community comes in. Don't you think that, Cindy Schrader with her Bookkeeping Buds, with her Ask a CPA, Corey with her Ask a Bookkeeper, all the communities out there where you have people you can count on and talk to and rely on. Hey, I am good. I'm having a bad day. Help me.
Right.
I know Cindy has a channel in the Slack channel called A Buds Hug.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Hey, I'm having a bad day. They all jump in, they all glom on you.
Cindy did a session at Bridging the Gap this year, and it was what was it? It was almost like bringing fun to accounting.
Your life. She's the best.
Yeah.
She knows how to do it. I mean, she's a master about making life magical and how she goes to Disney all the time.
Right. Exactly.
I aspire to be like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to aspire to be like that.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
fun's
this
a good
community,
thing.
yep, and she's great at she makes everything fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And she's brilliant. I mean, she's a brilliant accountant bookkeeper that she's built this great community. So you need to be around people like this. So and go to your conference and you know, and then you're doing a road show. You mentioned the road show. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm the like 432nd person to start a road show this year. So it's
There are a few out there. Yep.
Yep. I had this idea though at the end of Bridging the Gap, which ended in July, was year 3. Even before that, I was thinking about it, but the community aspect of what happened at conferences in general. But I'm biased. But at Bridging the Gap this year, the community, the connections, the collaboration that was happening, it was through the roof. It was just I did nothing. The first 2 years, I did a ton of hand inviting and everything. This year, I did none of that. And we grew from 214 last year to 339 people this year. And it was all because of the people that are there and the community that they've built by attending this. And so what I decided was I'm at the closing, 10 minutes I have, and I tell everybody that, what I was just saying, the community's been amazing, the atmosphere, the vibe in these rooms. And what I'm going to challenge you is not let that die in this room. These 4 walls should not contain what has happened here. You should take it with you. You should cultivate it. You should have this flourish. And I want you to be intentional about this. And in the back of my mind is, all right, well, I'm going to help facilitate that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop a BTG roadshow. We're going to take this to cities around the country, and we're going to give a little mini sneak preview into what Bridging the Gap is. But we're also going to lean into those words that I've said a few times already: community, connection, collaboration. And what I'm doing, and this is not official, but what my plan is I'm going to take all this what I've learned from the roadshow, what people reach out to me and say, this is what Bridging the Gap has done for me, all these stories of connection and community and collaboration, and I'm plan is to turn that into my keynote, my opening keynote for next year's conference.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, so have you picked any cities out, like Port Orange, Florida? You coming here?
That's number 1 on the list in
Dana Point, California. That's a good one. Right. It's a nice little city.
Wait, Dana Point's near where? It's big city wise.
Big city wise? None.
None.
Anaheim. Anaheim would be the big Anaheim, Irvine. Then we go down Newport, Laguna Beach. Gets small there. Yep.
We are going to. Honestly, I was supposed to be in San Francisco today for the first road show, but with the travel mess that's going on right now, we decided almost last second, but we decided and we got everything out to postpone it till January. So right now, and these dates are all but official. I think they're official, but December 17th will be in Philadelphia. January 8th will be in Chicago. And January 21st, we will be in San Francisco. And the reason I asked Donna about the cities, we're considering an LA stop. That's discussions happening in LA. Nothing's official. And we're discussing a Michigan stop, probably Detroit area. Nothing's official there yet either, but that's been discussed. And we're doing this. Actually, we're doing every one of these with the local state CPA society. And obviously anybody can, I think all the states allow, you don't have to be a CPA to be a member, participate in these things. And that's what I want to do. I want to show everybody can come to these events, and it's for the profession, not just because you have the 3 letters after your name. And, and so that's the one of those gaps is, bridging right there between, hey, this is BTG and the state societies and the members of each, and let's get them all together. So yeah, this is what we're doing. I just rambled there for 5 minutes, but this is what we're doing. I appreciate you asking. It's going to be fun. And I really want to have a positive impact on people in the accounting profession by inspiring change. That's my personal motto. And so we're going to talk about things we can change to be better as a profession.
Now, are these one-day events?
Yeah, it's half day events. Looks like the standard is going to be a 1 to 5 in the afternoon, with about 3 hours of continuing education, breaks in between. And then you can't build community without a happy hour. So then we have about 90-minute happy hour at the end of each one. That's the game plan we've been planning all of these with, and it seems to work into everybody's schedule.
Great. Well, I just think it's fabulous because you have done such great things for this whole community, and you're such an icon and inspiration. That's why I wet my pants in the elevator when I met you.
Well, I'm sorry you wet your pants. I don't know if I believe you, but it was awesome to meet you in that elevator. And not only at that point did I know you, I knew your husband from the Facebook
Oh,
post.
how Italian.
So, yep.
Yeah, we like to have fun.
That was
exactly.
Yeah. That was a little trouble with that one. Yeah.
We're at the half an hour, so I want to thank you for coming on. Donna, do you have any last things you want to ask Randy?
Oh, we're good today, boy. You covered everything. Okay, so Anaheim.
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 All right. I will have to talk to Cal CPA and see what they think of location-wise.
It's a wonderful location. Disney's
Disney
right
World,
there.
I was going to say we can bring Cindy over and she could visit that one then too.
Yeah,
so.
bring Cindy.
Yep. I'll do tours. I know the place like backwards, forwards. I'll drag everyone.
Nice. Well, no, but thank you so much for having me on. It's I think this is
truly. We were looking forward when we heard you signed up. Guess who just signed up?
I was texting her like right away because it all comes on my desk.
Oh, we better put some makeup on.
Yeah, we better.
I didn't put my makeup on today, so.
But we are thrilled you took the time to talk with us today. Thank you so much.
It was an honor, and I'm thrilled you had me. So thank you so much.
So Donna, sign us off.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on Bookkeepers on Fire. We hope this conversation uplifted you, inspired you, and reminded you of the credible value you bring as a bookkeeper. So a huge thank you to Randy Crabtree for being our guest today and sharing the stories and wisdom and information for upcoming Bridging the Gap. So thank you. If you found this so inspiring, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and let everyone know about Bookkeepers on Fire. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.